These are what you call technical exercises.
By the lake, in the back of his LA home, Flea likes to practice. It's a rare, tranquil moment in what's been a monumental year for the bass player. In March, his band, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, played the Pyramids in Egypt.
It's like the wonders of the world, that's one of them, right?
And just last month, Flea was married to designer Melody Asani.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I've been twiddling with my wedding ring for like 4 days now. I found this incredible woman.
This is your place?
Now he's published a memoir.
So long I didn't want to write a book about myself because I thought, what an arrogant thing to do.
But Acid for the Children is not a tale of rock star glory. It's a reflection on a vulnerable childhood.
You were a lonely kid.
I was.
Was it hard to write about that?
The writing wasn't hard, but when I would read it out loud, I would break down in tears all the time. I mean, I'm 57. I stopped doing drugs, drinking alcohol when I was about 30, and then I started feeling everything, and sometimes it was a river of pain.
He was born Mike Balzery in Melbourne, Australia. In 1967, his father, who worked in customs for the government, was posted to New York and took the family. They lived an ordinary life in the suburbs until his mother left his dad and moved in with her guitar teacher.
We go to live with a junkie jazz musician who lives in his parents' basement.
That's quite a change.
It was a massive change.
As dysfunctional, imposing, and wounded as Walter was, Flea writes of his future stepfather, he was also my angel. One day, Walter Urban invited his jazz musician friends over to jam.
That day, it awakened something in me that, changed my life forever.
You still feel it now.
It was such a powerful moment, like when I think about it. The first time I saw it as a kid, I couldn't believe it, man. I just was taken over by the spirit. They were magicians to me. It was magic.
Yeah. You've got a stepfather who causes enormous disturbance in your life.
He was terrifying.
But also gives you this gift.
Yeah. But he was taking that pain and through what is alchemy, turning pain into something beauty, which is that's what art's about.
In 1972, the family moved to L.A., where Flea would run wild.
When I was 12 years old, I'd go out till 4 or 5 in the morning, running the streets of Hollywood, looking for hustles, doing little crimes.
But at school, he discovered the trumpet.
You were in the band?
Yeah. Marching band, orchestra, the musical production band, jazz band, any band I could be in.
And in 7th grade, competed for the National Orchestra Award.
I played Joseph Haydn's Trumpet Concerto. I think I played it pretty well. And
you won.
I won, yeah. And I got private lessons on the trumpet, and that was a big win for me as a kid.
At school, he'd also find perhaps the most profound relationship of his life.
You met Anthony in a fight, basically?
Kinda, yeah, sort of a fight. I had him and I was
It was 1976, and he was wrestling with a classmate.
And here comes up this kid. He's got a crew cut, a hard buzz crew cut, and he's big and he's muscly and he's, lay off him. Comes up to me, lay off him. And it was Anthony, and he had just moved to LA himself.
The universe gives us the ones we need, Flea writes, and the ones we deserve. Anthony Kiedis would become the Chili Peppers' front man.
We were both apart from things, like both outcasts in a way. Our relationship is a strange one and a difficult one, and something that's one that's often antagonistic. We rub against each other wrong ways. Maybe he understands it. I don't understand it. I know that I love him deeply.
You also say that there's almost no one who's had as much power to hurt you as...
Yeah.
You're opposite sides of the same coin. One's concave, the other's convex.
I think that's has a lot to do with how our band ended up being, having the power that it does have.
The next piece of the original Chili Peppers would come together when the duo met Hillel Slovak.
We see Hillel driving down the street.
In his Datsun.
In his green Datsun 510.
Yes.
An incredible car, a cranking stereo in it. I'd never forget it. He was playing La Via Strangiata by Russ.
Slovak had a band and needed a bass player. He said to Flea,
You know, maybe you should learn to play the bass. I felt just so, loved.
Why did that make you feel so loved?
Because he picked me.
Yeah.
I'd never played the bass before. I never played the bass. I knew that being in a rock band meant everything to him. His band was a sacred thing to him. It's a special thing. This is us, and he invited me in.
And that meant everything to you.
It meant everything to me, and I never would have played it had he not asked me. I never would have played the bass.
Flea's book ends just as the Chili Peppers begin.
Is there a sequel?
I'm on the fence about it.
You're on the fence. Why?
Yeah. I got records to make and tours to do and kids to raise and a wife to love, and there's only so many hours in the day. But I do love sitting and writing, and it might happen.